There should be a discussion about Ripple in this movie since the company has a message that is both serious and substantial, and they aim to shake up the cryptocurrency market. In the following conversation, we are going to talk about the community of Standard Charters and how they are building their alternatives to Bitcoin. There is a tiny decrease in the price of Bitcoin, but they are selling well, but they are not purchasing it. It is essential to keep a 64 position and ensure that you do not let go. In the worst possible circumstance, we are able to move forward at this time. Prepare the tissues for the hypothetical $60,000. In light of the fact that we are confronted with huge obstacles, let us start crying. However, despite the fact that Bitcoin appears to be in a prime position, I do not feel that we are gaining any of it. First things first, let's get right down to business and make a move to the upside. Bitcoin is currently witnessing a drop with the price currently standing at $3.55 is 64% higher than the previous day's price of $4,175. Our forecast is that both the USDT and the USDC will reach 3.05%. They have a primary lien XRP that accounts for 49 cents. That is absolutely correct. To answer your question, yes, you did hear it accurately. It has decreased by 1.6% over 20% to 49. For a fucking penny. The aggregate value of all cryptocurrencies on the market over the course of the last 3 months has topped $2 trillion at this very moment. Each of the 359 billion marketplaces is boring. A train accident has taken place, which is a very emotional event. On multiple occasions, we consolidate in that region before dropping and rearranging our operations. After we have reached a location that is stable, we will start to fall even more. Eventually, this will come to an end, and you will move on from these challenging days. You won't even remember them, and when the year 42 to 5 trillion comes to a close, considering the price of Bitcoin will be twice as high as it is right now. When you consider the value of your preferred alternative cryptocurrency, the year 2025 will be a time of astonishing explosions. This is because a large number of alternative cryptocurrencies are experiencing a surge in value that is greater than anything you have ever seen or experienced. As a result of institutional money entering the market, as evidenced by the Bitcoin Exchange-Traded Funds ETFs, this is all the result. It has been reported that an exchange-traded fund ETF will be introduced in approximately 2 weeks. It would not come as a surprise to me if both XRP and Solana declined in value. In the event that we as retail investors are successful in securing a basket during times of market flooding caused by institutional money, we ought to feel a sense of pride. As a result of successfully accomplishing all of these chores, let us give ourselves a round of applause. Over the course of the weekend, we were able to boost these markets to a value of $2.8 trillion, which is an impressive accomplishment considering that today's video is sponsored by us. This occasion was made possible by the cryptocurrency store, which is also referred to as the XRP store. A total of 30 ounces, 8 different colors of hats and cushions, and even Bitcoin from the Chainlink Cup are all included in this collection. It is highly likely that Solana is the owner of the Bitcoin Cup. At this moment, I will express my opinions with you. This photograph, in conjunction with the colors that are on it, gives it a distinctive appearance. It is not fair that it turned out so brilliantly. All locations are eligible for free shipping. It is irrelevant to me where you are located in the world. We will send them to you at no additional cost. When you submit your purchase, we immediately begin the process of chipping them, and the delivery period normally spans from 5 to 8 days. On the same day that we engrave them, we send them out to be delivered. It is important to keep in mind that the man asks for the engraved logo to be given to him. Which of these do I currently have in my possession? The bright blue laser engraving on the 40 ounces is a major improvement over the 30 ounces, which is somewhat difficult to travel due to its size. On the other hand, I continue to hold this item in high regard. It is not clear to me why people continue to persist in the belief that it is essential to engage in physical activity and to throw things around on a regular basis. You have included 40 ounces of drink in addition to some ice, so get ready to cuddle up, everyone. Hold on to the charter that they are currently working on. Currently, they are working on constructing a temporary trading desk that will support both Ethereum and Bitcoin. Within a short period of time, the new London-based desk will join the banks and start operations. As of right moment, the charter would be among the first global banks to engage in spot cryptocurrency trading, according to individuals within the FX trading unit who are personally familiar with the matter. Those individuals who had prophesied that financial institutions would not consider investing in cryptocurrencies, well, guess what? I was wondering how long people have been giving us that story. What is the length of time that a Bitcoin maximum outage lasts? For those of us who have XRP, we were anxiously anticipating the entrance of the bank and the possibility that the banks will work together. What do you see happening with ripples and banks that are employing XRP at the moment? We were correct in our prediction that financial institutions are entering the market and immediately acquiring the AOL Bitcoin and Ethereum. Following that, the financial institutions will gradually diversify their holdings, and one of the assets that they will continue to retain, sell, and use is XRP. The financial institution reaffirms its support for guardians of digital assets. Zodiac custody and trading on Zodiac marketplaces are allegedly included in the bank's backing for Zodiac. In accordance with Bloomberg, this is a really exciting development. It's the news that you've been seeking for all along. The uptake phase is already underway, and after this phase, Bitcoin market will not be purchasing any Bitcoin options. Price sensitivity, there is a bias for $100,000 in Bitcoin calls, and the demand for calls at $100,000 shows that traders are getting ready for a new rise in 2025. Moreover, there is a bias for $100,000 in Bitcoin calls. You are absolutely right, but the rally won't take place until the year 2025. There will be a surge in the price of Bitcoin this year. Moreover, this is the most important figure that we ought to be keeping an eye on right now. In the event that we surpass 74,000, we should be able to observe a meteoric climb that has the potential to reach the upper 80s. When we hit this mark, we will have reached $100,000 before the end of the year, and we will have reached the range of $90,000 before we enter our second time of retracement, which is a period of cooling off. With a theoretical peak price of $250,000, Bitcoin is certain to reach a price of $60,000. The report asserts that the choice market is characterized by call bias, despite the fact that the cost is continuing to reduce. This trend is getting more noticeable as time goes on. Calls suggest that good people are not concerned since they are aware that a recovery is on the way. This is indicated by the demand for calls. According to one trading company, the fact that the price has reached 100,000 implies that traders are getting ready for a new rise into the year 2025. The kind of news that you find interesting is just that. After that, according to Zoom, the banks won't inform you what's going on in a straightforward manner. This news is the epitome of optimism. Those responsible for the crime will choose to conceal it and will not light it behind closed doors. The situation will remain the same until someone calls them out and reveals the actions they are taking. In addition, before they discover the knowledge, it is unavoidable that there will be a leak at some point in time. How long will it take for that point to arrive? That is the question. Join the dots, he adds, because we are so close to each other. It is true that we are correct in regard to XRP. To be more precise, we are merely very early, and we are conscious of this fact due to the fact that we have been here before. Because Smoke believes that regulations, which have already provided the required infrastructure, are the turning moment for the institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies, he erased the tweet that was originally posted. In 2024, new blockchain-based systems will be implemented by a number of financial institutions, including JP Morgan and HSBC, amongst others. Don't forget to include Bank of America. Always keep in. Find the PNC Bank and what it represents. It's not anything complicated. Before opening their doors to customers, major financial institutions are awaiting the United States to adopt regulations that are unambiguous. Right now we are getting closer and closer. It would appear like Ethereum has accepted the acceptance of Bitcoin once again. Not only does XRP have approval, but we also have 3 assets in the United States that have regulatory permission. To put it another way, the banks are merely doing nothing but waiting for news, regardless of whether it comes from the CF or the SEC. Simply put, that is the entirety of the CFI. I, on the other hand, frequently fail to remember the word since it is still too early. They are waiting for a word or a signal to call, and I apologize for the inconvenience. The bat is a symbol of the concept that all systems are operational. Nevertheless, in my opinion, they are still placing themselves in the manner that one would anticipate when interacting with governments and banks. Let's not speed through this process because it is highly laborious